Hong Kong has been battered by a powerful typhoon as weather authorities raised the hurricane threat to 10 for the first time in 5 years. Offices and schools were closed, the stock market suspended trading, and hundreds of flights were cancelled. Typhoon Hato brought with it gusts of up to 192 kilometers per hour. The Hong Kong Observatory warned residents to be prepared for destructive winds, possible flooding and landslip. Low-lying areas were at particular risk of severe flooding due to storm surges. Hato has no plans to stick around, however. It's on its way to mainland China, where thousands of people have been evacuated and waves of up to 10 meters high are expected in the South China Sea.
This is fucking crazy. Listen to this.
Mua tiền là已經唔要啊，冇得救啊，已經2個月交水泡。哎呀，跣低晒啊！水流急啊！水流急啊！16號啊！水流急啊！好猛流啊！好猛流啊！哇！死！
It's a Hato typhoon. Hato typhoon. It's very scary. Look. Oh, it's flooding in front of my house.
These guys are trying to hold a barrier by hand to prevent water going inside the, I guess it's the parking lot of Altira Hotel.
Typhoon Hato, which made landfall at noon today in the city of Zhuhai in South China's Guangdong province. At its epicenter, gales were as strong as 45 meters per second. Thousands of residents along the Chinese coast were evacuated and fishing vessels were called back to port. The storm is also affecting Hong Kong, where at least 34 people have been reported injured. Destructive winds and waves have uprooted trees, shutting down the city's stock market and forcing the cancellation of hundreds of flights. While in the nearby city of Macau, 3 people were reportedly killed across the Pearl River estuary. The authorities have closed major bridges amid fears sea levels could rise due to heavy rainfall and strong winds. Both Hong Kong and Macau initially raised their storm warning to the maximum level 10, the first such alert in 5 years. With the storm moving westwards and hitting Guangxi province later this evening, Hong Kong has now downgraded its warning level to 8.
Floodwaters in Bangladesh, India and Nepal have left tens of thousands stranded and entire communities cut off from roads and highways. Many villages are only accessible by water. Residents say they're running out of food and clean water is in short supply.
There is water everywhere. Houses are underwater here, but no government help has reached us.
The Red Cross says inadequate infrastructure has made the situation worse.
Various non-governmental organizations are providing relief materials, but the government still has failed to pay attention to the destruction caused by the flood.
The Red Cross says it needs more than $3.5 million to help people in Nepal. It's planning to launch a separate campaign to raise funds to help people in Bangladesh. But the organization says India has the resources needed to respond without foreign help.
We have to sleep on the side of the road and we'll have to die on the side of the road. We don't have a house, nothing to eat. Everything was swept away by the flood.
Aid workers are trying to provide clean water and sanitation facilities as quickly as possible. They're hoping to prevent the outbreak of waterborne diseases such as diarrhea, malaria, dengue fever, and encephalitis. Paul Chadurjian, Al Jazeera.
Hema has lost her inspiration to live after the loss of her son Rohit in the floods. Her husband Tunna fails to pacify her as she is unable to handle this loss. Rohit drowned in a strong current of flood water on 18th August. Their hopes crashed when they found his body a few days later.
This is the worst flood we have seen. It has taken lives and caused great damage. Our loss can never be compensated by anything. The one who was our only support is no more.
There are many who have lost their loved ones in this tragedy, and there are others who are still dealing with the nature's wrath. The interiors are still inundated and life remains disrupted in these villages. As you can see, we are aboard a tractor which is used to transport people from one place to the other in these areas. Along with buffaloes, goats, bikes, all kinds of things are being transported through tractors in these villages. And in areas which are inaccessible by road, the only way to reach people is by using boats. About 51 rescue teams are carrying out rescue and relief operations here. But the challenge is to provide help in villages which cannot be accessed by road or by boat.
We are trying hard to reach to them, but it may be possible that some of the areas we may not be reaching there, but especially for those areas we are using Air Force helicopters. And last 2-3 days we have done thousands of food packets drawn there.
Floods have devastated millions in the neighboring countries of Bangladesh and Nepal. This has been termed as one of the worst human crises, and it will take months before life normalizes. Ravinder Baba, CGTN, Motihari, India.
Son durum. Ali abi, sabah da beton attılar ha.
Anlamadım.
Sabah beton attılar, beton.
Beton bir şey olmaz ya.
Beton bir şey olmaz, hep ton kahve gidiyorlar. Bu şey abi orası. yavaş yavaş ha. Allah'ım Allah'ım. Pardon geçiyor. Normalde bir kere yatağı altında daha
Oh shoot! Dude, back up! Back up! Go back! Go back! Go back!
Go back!
I don't think he can go back. Go back!
Just go back.
Go back!
Can you move it? Got the phone? Okay. You're on phone with 911.
klimatski cisterna, čujemo se. Ovo je katastrofa. Snage se povukle kuće braniti u pisku. Fronta je 5 km.
Odmah sam desno skrenuo, kako se ovo mjesto zove? Znači okrom.
Mi smo ti to našli ovako, ali...
Za Benkovac, Pirovac u stvari, dobro. I onda sam skrenuo Zapužani ili Čujemo se, jesi palio?
Da. აუ ხე კიდე წაიქცა იმენან აუ უნდა Sonda რა ერთი ვერტმფრენი ჩასხმა და
resolved. And I feel sorry for the patients, but as I've already said to the BBC, the patients in many respects are the lucky ones because they have absolutely no idea as to what is going on. Now, what I will say, yes,
look, it's right of the programme, as well as those who have been critical of the home, because if you have a positive experience, it's